The flag bearer of the NPP says that he is sure of victory, and he has really worked very, very hard. I was very surprised, with his energy level and how he's been through everywhere in the country. He also comes across as very collected, very humble, and all these things are things that Ghanaians mark. Ghanaians can make you lose elections because they think you're arrogant, and we've seen that in this country
so many times.
Exactly. And people that they feel are very peaceful, are very calm, win elections just because of their temperament. So I think at this point the Vice President come in very collected after voting, not wanting to fall into any trap of setting any percentages for himself. A win is a win, and at this point, that's what he's looking forward to.
I mean, Firma, you're right, because you can't deny the fact that people look at the qualities of a leader before they decide on who they want to win. Of course, this elections, a lot of people have opined that the factors that will determine the elections would be mainly maybe the economy. Actually, the economy, of course, jobs, education, healthcare delivery, and all of those. But also important for a lot of people, like you rightly said, is the quality the candidate possess. You hear a lot of people say that, I mean, those close to the vice president say that if you get close to him, you sense or you get the impression that this is someone who has a lot of, fellow feeling and has a lot of empathy for people, right? And you can see that with the work he's done with the Ghana Leprosy, Association, where he celebrates his birthday with them every year and all of that. Of course, the opposition will be hard to make this election, are quite resolute in making this election about the economy, because in their view, the economy is not in the right place. So depending on your interest in this election and your aspirations, then you'd want to also, put together what you want to make this election about. But like I said, the NPP want to make this about education because they feel that they are strong with the free SHS policy that's very popular among voters and, of course, among first-time voters, quite a significant number of which benefited from the policy. The NDC, on the other hand, to want to make this about the economy because, like they said, they left a cedi depreciation of $1, one cedi to $4, as against what is pertains now, which is about $16 to a cedi. So 16 cedis to $1. So it's interesting how all of the dynamics are playing out in the election. But it was great seeing the vice president speak after voting, call for calm, share his thoughts about the election. We didn't see Napo do that, right? And it was interesting. The former Bantama MP, Henry Kokofu, did that on his behalf, right? Where he was also said a lot of the things the vice president has said, where he expressed his confidence going into the elections, and of course the need for voters to be calm and go about their duty in a responsible manner. And I think that is spot on.
Well, I think that you are right when you talk about the fact that this election, we are looking at the economy, because we should also not lose sight of the fact that we are going to the polls, looking at, some economic recovery, post-COVID-19. I mean, we can't take COVID-19 out of the whole equation because
so true.
The nation was hit with a pandemic that we're not prepared for, the entire world. We saw how certain economies fared and how it even affected human resource and all that, and all the kinds of interventions that the government had to bring in, the lockdown, and the fact that it was government's responsibility to literally feed people. The NDC has campaigned on this with the former president looking at infrastructural renewal, job creation, and fixing what is broken. And rightly so, you hit hardest where it hurts, just so you can, take advantage of your opponent. But even the flag bearer of the NPP hasn't also moved away entirely from the economy. Remember, in 2016, 2020, he was very hard on the economy, looking at who he is. An economist, he will make bigger deal, the economy. But even around this time, his digitalization, his financial inclusion, making sure that we bring everybody on board, the mobile interoperability and all these, also has a way of pushing the economy. Maybe not how we expect it to be, but they've both taken their own leads in where they want to push harder. Now, few weeks, leading to the election, we've also seen huge infrastructural work that the NPP government, we didn't see it. I asked myself all the time that it looks like all these things were happening somewhere in the middle of the bush, and then they finished and they carried the projects and came to put it out there because we didn't see these coming. So you can tell, with the schools that have been commissioned, with roads, accommodation facilities for security agencies and all that, you can really tell that the NPP has also worked. Now we can see something, because not long ago we're talking about what have they used all the monies for, where are the projects and all that, but now there's something to show for this. And I think that the NPP on the other side have also campaigned on their huge major infrastructure works that they also put up in 2020, the Kaswa, Dubai and all the other areas, But I think that both of them have not taken away the fact that the economy is a key indicator of this year's election. And the education as well, the NPP has been able to bring back the free SHS, strongly into this election. And this has forced the NDC to come clean and to clarify the fact that they have not said they are going to cancel free SHS. They are going to reset or make it better. Okay, exactly. Yeah, they are going to make it better. Upgrade is for NPP, so I don't think NDC would want to upgrade. But they've said that they are going to make it better. They are going to look at all the issues surrounding the free SHS and make sure that everyone who is supposed to benefit from the policy gets that. In fact, they've even gone ahead to say that the no fee stress will also come in. So education is also very huge.
It's interesting because NPP, in their appeal to new voters, majority of which benefited from the SHS, the NDC, in their attempt to take some out of the NPP, also then introduced the no fee stress policy, where they say the first day of your tertiary education will be taken care of by government. But remember, like you said, if you listen to NPP communicators and even the vice president, they make the point that when the vice president talks about digitalization, it is the economy. Often you hear the vice president make the point that if you look at international brands like Uber, like Bolt, all of these people, if you look at the money they make, it's significant, and that is the economy. So with a lot of the E initiatives he's launched, it's because he believes strongly that it could have significant effects in, resuscitating the Ghanaian economy, and that's been quite clear. For the NDC, they've had a lot of pushbacks to a lot of the commissioning projects we've seen, right? So of course, we've seen the Flower Pot flyover, the interchange, we've seen the Obechebi Lamte, which, every now and then you see videos of the work still ongoing, right? Questioning the motive behind the president's decision to inaugurate or commission, asking whether it is genuine or it's a public gimmick in that winning votes. But it's elections, right? It's politics, and you expect some of these things to happen. But from what we understand that the NDC MP for Ellembelle is actually a town close to a border in the Western region, has been speaking to our correspondent in the area, and he says he's quite confident that he's putting the work to ensure that himself and his flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, emerge winner of the 2024 general election. Let's take a look at this video.
The people of Ghana are ready and excited about the future we see, where, God willing, President Mahama is going to lead the affairs of this country.
Honorable, 4 years ago, you got this election over 51%. Are you certain you are certain that dominance? Are you certain you are going to go beyond?
I can say it, there's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. The people of Ghana have made up their mind. They've had enough of the Akufo-Addo government, and it is time for a change. And that change is going to be so resounding, it's going to be so historic, it's going to happen in places that we have not even imagined.
Are you going to accept the result regardless of the outcome?
We, as you can see, have consistently said that this election must be transparent, fair. The people of Ghana will not take anything. They will not accept anything but free and fair and credible elections.
So there you heard him Deputy Minority Leader and Member of Parliament for the Ellembelle Constituency and the Western Region, Emmanuel Armah Kofi Buah, confident that he would emerge winner in the parliamentary election in the constituency, and of course also saying that his flag bearer John Dramani Mahama is likely to win. You know, like I was saying, Ellembelle is not a border town, but it's close to a border town in the Western Region, of course, which borders Ivory Coast or Cote d'Ivoire.